G'day folks, Dragonian. This is must see and subscribe to Argonian here on YouTube, Bruzo Dragonius, and online in Bethesda Black Marsh in the same name. You know, I kind of wanting to pick out some certain subjects that I wanted to talk to you today in this video and all that kind of stuff. I don't know if I were to talk about the ban on furries in public schools, ban on furries in schools in a particular state, and all that kind of stuff, but maybe that would probably go into the future on that. But first, before that we started with this subject, what I'm talking about, I would thought that I should just introduce you or point you to what I found in social media that happened at, I think, a New York Knicks basketball game that sort of intrigued me with the model Tyra Banks and what she did with the two furries that were sitting next to her and all that kind of stuff while they're just having their time. I've got no idea what's going on with that, so yeah, even though there would be, I don't know, probably some sort of act that Tyra Banks did, some sort of publicity stunt at a basketball game and all that kind of stuff, because even though those two furries, I don't know if they're legit, even though I do really like their suits and all that kind of stuff, but at the same time, I just wanted to, I'm not quite sure what to think of it, so just comment down there in the comment section down below if you have an opinion on it. This is the main reason I just want to bring it out. The actual reason that I sort of making this YouTube video in the first place is that, like the last video of myself announcing that I had surpassed 1,500 subscribers. You know, thank you so much. Before that, I wanted to address various well-known YouTubers that are thinking about quitting this platform and all that kind of stuff, which is what I wanted to talk about. And so I do sort of say, well, it can be a blessing to me personally as a content creator and all that kind of stuff, that wanting to make an impact in this platform and all that kind of stuff. And yes, I do admit that it is a blessing, especially if there isn't any YouTubers that I normally watch and all that kind of stuff. Most notoriously, I did mention Matt Pat. You might know him as the game theorist and all that kind of stuff. And for those that are watching that have seen Five Nights at Freddy's movie, I know for sure that I just keep on talking about it. He actually made a bit of a cameo as the waiter of some sort of diner that is, or I don't know if it's a diner or some waiter that was actually at a mall, food court and all that kind of stuff. Maybe he's a waiter of some diner that is named after some missing animatronic called Sparky's Diner and all that kind of stuff. And the thing is that I have heard that he is quitting YouTube altogether and all that kind of stuff. I haven't really kind of subscribed to the game theorist and all that kind of stuff. But however, I've seen some of his videos, and some of them are very, very convincing and all that kind of stuff. And some of them are just sort of thought, WTF, or OMG, no wonder. That's not just him that's quitting and all that kind of stuff, but numerous other YouTubers, you know. And quite recently, there has been a video of North Hyena. I don't know if it's a lol or type of thing. I don't know if he's trying to fool us subscribers and all that kind of stuff. But even though if he is quitting, it's kind of sad. I know that. But sometimes us content creators have to move on. Because if you really do think about it, you see, even though that the most of us that are monetized and all that kind of stuff, we can't solely depend on YouTube for our income, even if we're monetized and all that kind of stuff. That is the reason why I'm making these videos. I'm not intentionally for financial gain and all that kind of stuff. And sure, there's many other content creators that have benefited from this platform. Whether it's Logan Paul, as that because of YouTube, he ended up being a wrestler in the WWE and now the current US champion. But that is a very, very, very rare case. And another example of how people get success from YouTube or fame from YouTube is Justin Bieber. Even though that I'm not a fan of him and all that. But that is a fact. You know, that is true. Again, that is a very rare success, a one-of-a-kind success from any other content creators. On my years of YouTube, you can't solely depend on it for financial income. Even before when I started this channel, it is nothing to do with financial gain. It's just that I wanted to bring joy and entertainment to you and educate you on things that I actually do know. I know for sure that I do ended up talking, repeating myself and all that kind of stuff, right? Various videos. But it's not all financial reasons why people were quitting YouTube and all that kind of stuff, because there's so many other factors to do it. The other things that people are quitting YouTube is that, well, sometimes this platform is getting too many rules out there, is having too many rules, that you have to abide by so many rules. Otherwise you either get flagged, you either have your video taken down, or, you know, and like TikTok, YouTube, you know, one complaint from YouTube and you get taken down for even the most minute details. All they need to do is people to complain about what you do and all that kind of stuff, simply because that they don't like you, or they don't even like your beliefs. And again, right, even if you are monetized in YouTube and all that kind of stuff, sometimes you can't even choose the music that you wanted to put into your videos and all that kind of stuff without being flagged and demonetized and all that kind of stuff. That the fact being is that they do pick up on music that's in the background and all that. It's been happening to me, and it would happen to someone else and all that kind of stuff. Now, don't get me wrong, right? I'm not the one. I'd rather get demonetized than not having a certain song or certain feature on my video and all that kind of stuff. Because the soundtrack that I put into my videos, especially into my vlogs and all that kind of stuff, even in TikTok, for example, where there's so many licensed songs there, how do I know what songs, what music that prevents me to getting monetized? You know, that prevents videos to get monetized and all that kind of stuff. And I'm not saying that only on my behalf, but I'm saying that especially the influencers and content creators that solely depend on this platform for financial gain because it's their line of work. And I know that I can get my own money from some other means if I wanted to. you know. In fact, I currently do. You know, most people have a different life outside of YouTube and all that kind of stuff, where they have too many commitments to family, to their work, to other things. All of us content creators have a life outside of YouTube, and I do know that. Most of us treat YouTube as our hobby. And the third reason why people quit YouTube is because, apart from stress and all that kind of stuff, is simply because they just ran out of ideas on what videos to produce and all that kind of stuff. Not with them being busy doing other things like with their community work and all that kind of stuff, but sometimes us content creators have a thing called artist blocks, or that's what I like to call, or even creators block, I should say, where basically, even though I would love to produce videos and being very, very constant, week in and week out and all that kind of stuff, and have a constant deadline to some certain things, trying to be relevant on whether it's news topics or that's revolving around a certain genre, you know, whether you are a furry YouTuber, whether you're a musical content creator, whether you're a game content creator, whether you're a cosplayer. There is so many things that we had to talk about. But by the time that we talk about it, unless it's within some certain time, the topic ends up becoming irrelevant. It becomes old news. There's many other things that I wanted to talk about, but at the same time, it wouldn't be that much of a good idea, because it ended up being as old news or irrelevant. I wanted to talk about the law that even ended up as a joke in the state of Oklahoma, where they banned furries from school activities or school curriculums. I don't know if it's very relevant, because people would know that it ended up being like a complete joke that is made by a conservative politician that we all know that is a complete joke anyway. I don't know if it's something to troll us or whatever. I wanted to talk about that. But at the same time, I'm a bit iffy on the relevance and all that kind of stuff. And not to mention that besides being with the creators, besides of having a creators block and all that kind of stuff, maybe that sometimes YouTube itself can also be used as a platform on drama or genre within the YouTube community, like whether it's the furry community, where I regretfully that I was a part of, you know, between some other content creator, or drama between other vloggers and all that kind of stuff. Maybe that sometimes it can be very, very stressful for making these videos to a point they just feel like that they can't handle it anymore and quit. And yeah, it's really sad. But if they do quit, then coincidentally, well, I know that we can't tell them to make more and more videos, you know, because they're only human beings, they're only sentient life forms. Or maybe the other reason that we see videos disappear from the earth is either, for one, they either got arrested for some reason and can't produce any more content because they don't have any means to produce content, or two, they're no longer among the living and just all died. Some, because of YouTube, ended up taking their own lives, which is kind of sad. But sometimes, especially when big YouTubers end up quitting, it made me sad that there are some of my favorite creators. But at the same time, like I said in the video, that it can be a blessing to me as a small content creator, and to each and every one of those content creators that are just have less subscribers than me. You do feel sad about it. Yes, I know. When you are a content creator, when you are trying to have your channel grow and all that kind of stuff, when you are trying to make an impact on the whole community that is your audience, sometimes it can be a blessing. Because who knows? Maybe it could be a dream for you becoming a content creator, whether it's being a guest of honor when you're a furry YouTuber, being a guest of honor at some furry convention, you know. And many of us furries and that have aspirations and dreams of becoming a guest of honor at a furry convention, especially those that are international, especially those that require a passport for us to go to. And not to mention that there is some financial gain from YouTube, I know, through Patreon and all that kind of stuff. And the thing about it is that it is a chance when a bigger YouTube content creator quits, they inevitably and oblivious at sometimes pass the torch to some other small creator. I don't know if it's the algorithm that would recommend it or something like that, but in order to take advantage of it, us content creators need to make more videos and all that kind of stuff, because who knows, we might be passing the torch and all that kind of stuff, because that's what happens, you know. That's exactly what happens when you're a YouTuber. Anyway, I'm just running on and all that kind of stuff. So I'm just going to end it by saying, what do you think about this idea of YouTubers quitting or leaving the platform and all that kind of stuff? Do you have any YouTubers that you would miss because they're calling it quits and all that kind of stuff? If so, you can just tell me down there in the description down below. Also, to help me further and all, to help this channel grow and all that kind of stuff, or if you really love to support my content at least, not like that, that I'm forcing you to, but just doing so out of the goodness of your own heart, willingly, please click on the subscribe button below this channel, provided that it's not like in full screen and all that kind of stuff. If you do like this video, smash that like button. If you have already subscribed to this channel, make sure that you ring the bell icon or whatever, so you can be the first one to know. Ways to give me money and other social medias, it's on the description down below. If you wanted to friend me on PSN, or look for me in Tamriel and all that kind of stuff, just look for me under the gamer tag of Bruzo21. You can just search it up if you want to friend me or whatever. And until next time, thank you for watching. I know that this isn't much of a planned video. I mean, it's not really that much of a precisely planned video and all that kind of stuff. It may be, you know, not as relevant, but it's just something for me to bring my 2 cents and my point of view across to and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, thank you for watching. Even if you have subscribed to this video, I know that this isn't really much, but it did a hell of a lot for me. Right? I really do appreciate you watching to the end and subscribe to this video. And also it'll probably do better for the algorithm's opinion on my videos and all that kind of stuff, if you watch me videos and all that kind of stuff, and yeah, or with the like and all that kind of stuff. Anyway, thanks for watching, and until next time, may this guide you all, and bye for now.